next. Somebody that does get it right. That's Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Florida's doing this right. What can we learn from them? He'll weigh in next. Straight ahead. Now, the president last night made major gains with Latino voters all across the country, as our pollsters told you, not the mainstream media ones, growing the GOP coalition. This is critical. Now includes working men and women, African Americans, Hispanic Americans, working class Americans. For example, the state of Florida, Hispanic Americans helped boost President Trump's margin of victory, even outperforming his margins with the Hispanic community compared to 2016. Here with reaction to tonight's big news, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. First of all, I got to applaud you because you do have a lot of mail-in voting, but you figured out the system and there is honor and integrity in it. So it can be done right. I mean, maybe you still want to improve some things, but you did it right, didn't you? What is the difference?
Well, I think two things. One, when I came in, I removed the Palm Beach supervisor of elections, got the resignation of the Broward election supervisor, Brenda Snipes. So there were new teams into those problematic South Florida counties. They did a great job. It was much smoother. And then also, Florida is very transparent, Sean. As people vote, either by mail, early, or in person on Election Day, you know how many people are going in. You know the party breakdown in real time. It's constantly being updated. So what we basically know is the universe of people that have voted. It makes it much harder to have any funny business if you know how many votes are outstanding. And so I think the transparency and the efficiency, and look, we are much larger of a state than a lot of these other places that are struggling. We were able to process over 11 million ballots, most of those by 10 p.m. at night. There's no reason for what's going on in these other states. And another thing I'd tell you, Sean, this should have been called, Florida should have been called at 8:30. The networks, including Fox, they refused to call it.
That's total BS. All the Democrats, every Biden state, call it immediately. And any state for Donald Trump.
In Arizona, now we're seeing the Arizona call you just showed. Trump is gaining in Arizona. There's probably 500,000. So here's my thing, Sean. If you're going to be quick on the trigger, then be quick on the trigger for both sides and stand by it. But it seems like with Trump, they never want to call the state. And then Biden, man, they'll do it right away. It's inconsistent. It's unacceptable. And look, North Carolina should be called for the president for sure. Arizona, that Fox should rescind that call. I mean, we've got to do this in a right way. I thought it was really poor how it was done. Florida, Sean, we didn't even need the panhandle to come in. The president was up so much just on the basis of Miami-Dade early and mail voting that there was no way he was going to lose the state of Florida, and he won by almost 400,000 votes in the end.
You know, you told me that before Election Day, and I had faith, hope, and trust. As you watch, for example, and I watched Eric Trump, Rudy Giuliani, Corey Lewandowski, Pam Bondi today, and they were in Pennsylvania. They talked about Donald Trump being up at over 400,000 votes. Then they introduced a guy that's supposed to be a poll watcher. Now, a poll watcher you'd think would be able to watch the polls, make sure, is it postmarked, does it have the signature? Not even allowed near it. Now, doesn't that almost render that vote, it take away all validity and trust that people can have in it? Or all the votes that they're counting?
Well, especially when you have these vote dumps that are happening a day or 2 or 3 days after election night. So you have one candidate that has a huge win, and then all of a sudden, the fortunes change. It causes people to have no confidence in the process.
I don't have confidence in a lot of these states. Do you agree with me?
I'll tell you what I'm seeing in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania is troubling, Sean.
Troubling. You know what? This is the United States of America. I think we're capable, if we really want to fix this, we could get this right. We should learn a thing or two from Florida. Good job, Governor. Thank you.